Hello, it is Foundation Friday, January 24th, 2020. Another spectacularly beautiful winter day here in sunny Arizona as the sun is setting behind me in the west. Another spectacular, beautiful day. Hopefully, it is wherever you are as well. We continue in our series here on Foundation Friday on the book How to Be Rich by J. Paul Getty, who at the time he wrote this in the early 60s was the richest man alive. And his principles are timeless. So as promised, as I promised last week, we're going to share today J. Paul Getty's rules for success. Now, he has 10 of them, but I'm not going to drone on and on with all 10 today. We'll do the first 5 today. We'll do the next 5 next Foundation Friday. So now it's a little dated as far as the numbers, because J. Paul Getty says at the time in the early 60s, these are the rules which I have applied throughout my entire career and which every millionaire businessman with whom I am acquainted has followed. Now, millionaire businessman, well, that meant a lot more in the early 60s than it does today. I mean, today, $1 million, there's a lot of millionaires, a lot more than there were in the early 60s. I mean, pro athletes and other entertainers are making over $100 million a year in a lot of cases with their crazy salaries and their endorsements and all that kind of stuff. So, let's take the term millionaire as it was relative back then, being something extraordinary. And he said the rules have worked for them, and for me, they'll work for you too. So here we go. Use them or don't at your own desire. Number 1, almost without exception, there's only one way to make a great deal of money in the business world, and that is in one's own business. So you must own your own business, not work for someone else. And when you go into business for yourself, obviously you can't know everything there is to know from the very beginning, but you should not start until you've acquired a good, solid working knowledge of the business. So go into a business that you choose a field which you know and you understand. That's his number 1 rule. Number 2, never lose sight of the central aim of all business, to produce more and better goods or provide more and better services to more people at lower cost. Number 3, a sense of thrift is essential for success in business. So you must discipline yourself to practice economy whenever possible in your business life as well as your personal life. And his quote is, make your money first, then think about spending it. That's the best of all possible credos for the man who wishes to succeed, says J. Paul Getty in the book How to Be Rich here on Foundation Friday. Number 4 of his rules for success, legitimate opportunities for expansion should never be ignored or overlooked. On the other hand, always be on your guard against the temptation to overexpand or launch expansion programs blindly without sufficient justification and planning. Forced growth can be fatal to any business, new or old. And there's the saying, he doesn't say it here, but you hear me say it often, that fast growth will kill a business much quicker than slow growth ever will. So be careful. That's his rule number 4. Number 5, and the last one we'll do today, a businessman must run his own business. Expect your employees to think or do as well as you can. If they could, they'd not be your employees. They'd be running their own businesses. So when the boss delegates authority or responsibility, you must maintain close and constant supervision over the subordinates entrusted with it. In other words, trust but verify, right? Delegate, but don't forget. Okay, I forget the saying exactly, but it's delegate and then follow up, or whatever the thing is live today. I don't remember it off the top of my head. I will remember it as soon as I stop the recording. Of course, isn't that how it always works? Speaking of which, I'm about to stop the recording. That'll do it for Foundation Friday. I'll be back tomorrow on Social Media Saturday. I'll have a tip for you how to make money specifically in one or more of the social media websites. So as the sun sets behind me and that ray of light scrapes right across my head from the sun, we'll call it a night. Any questions, comments, or concerns, as always, post them below wherever you're watching this, listening to it, or reading it. And as always, if you want more help with anything to do with growing your business, having more money with less stress and more fun than you've ever had before, You can get my help by going to helpfromsteve.com. Have a fantastic rest of your Foundation Friday, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Over and out as the sun sets in the west. Bye-bye.